Welcome back to Water Break. I'm your host, Renee, and today I'm here with
Malik.
Malik. He's a sick-ass artist. Oh, we met, I think, at the LA Open, right? Yeah. It was at the LA Open. And today, I have them here to talk about a little bit about their music influences, their upbringing, and just overall vibe. And kind of like one of my first questions is like, what made you choose this path for you, like for yourself?
Oh man. Well, I I grew up singing, and I always just wanted to sing like my mom, and so I wasn't in choir in high school or anything or in school, and so I was in band though instead. Mainly because I didn't want to sing like all the choral stuff. Um, anyway. So I was in band, and so in band I actually wanted to be like a band director at when I went to college or whatever. But my band director was shitty, and so I ended up like not wanting to do that anymore. And so I was like, I'm still gonna do music. And so that's when I was like, I'm actually pretty good at singing, so I'm gonna do singing. And then when I really got into it, it was like this. I actually feel better being a singer versus like how I felt in band. Because band made me feel great. That's why I wanted to be a band director. But singing was like exponentially better for
So
me.
you did the whole, like with the hands.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I didn't, but
You said band director.
I wanted to be a band
Oh,
director.
okay.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I ended up choosing singing, and I decided to move to LA at some point, and here I am.
Where are you originally from?
Texas.
Texas. Man, I really want to go visit there just because like I hear the barbecue is really good.
Yeah, it was really good out there.
Yeah? Where would you recommend going? Like in terms of city, because I heard like Dallas and like Austin are like the Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Houston, I hear Houston's great. Houston is great, but I haven't been to Houston since I was like 19.
What's your city? Like,
My city? I really grew up in Copper's Cove, but I tell everyone I'm from Killeen because it's like it's easier everyone knows Killeen more.
yeah.
But yeah, I grew up in Copper's Cove High School, graduated from there class of 2012. Yeah.
The Beyonce thing makes a lot more sense now because you're coming from Texas, right? So, right?
I mean,
a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I am proud of the fact that I am from Texas and I love Beyonce so much.
Right. So, because like she's like a huge inspiration. Like, what was one of the first songs that like was like, oh shit, like it was a Destiny's Child?
Oh man, oh yeah,
Okay.
I was a huge fan of Destiny's Child. It was when Beyonce went solo and she performed at the 2003 BET Awards, and that performance, I was like, this is my favorite artist, and so she's been my favorite artist like officially since 2023 or 2003.
Favorite album?
Oh, favorite album? That's tough.
Was there? There's Lemonade, and there's what's the country album that she came out with?
Cowboy Carter.
Cowboy Carter. Okay.
So my favorite album, like, I would say, has to be Beyonce, her self-titled album, because I remember like when it dropped and like it was a huge thing, and like I got on social media. I was late to work that day because I was like, I'm not leaving my house without this being on my phone. Because back then it was like you had to like sync your phone and shit, and so I had to like
sync your
my phone. Yeah. I had to sync my phone.
What do you mean?
So like my laptop, like you couldn't like. Well, I had an Android phone, and so.
Oh, I see. So you had to kind of like download the music to your iPhone, and your phone.
Because I had a Mac, and so I bought it on iTunes, and I had to transfer it to my phone.
I see.
And so I was late to work doing all that.
You're like, I ain't going to work till I have this shit on my playlist.
And then I listened to that album for 4 months straight. That album was incredible. It's truly incredible.
I can definitely see like your I guess your influence just based off like your lyrics. So I was listening to it on my way here, the EP. There's 4 tracks on it, right? And I was curious as to why certain tracks weren't involved, like Up, and then what was the other one?
Yeah. So there's.
What's your like? If you want to expose your vision for that EP.
Okay. So before I get into that,
okay,
the reason like the other songs are singles for my album that's coming eventually,
like that and Up. Yeah, because Up sound like the intro, it sounds great. I love the choir influence, so just the harmonies, layers, and great for an intro.
Yeah, And so that's why the name is Up and Intro, because it's an intro for my album.
For the album. I thought the up meant because the EP has the arrows. I was thinking to myself the up arrow, right?
Yes, but no. So the arrows came after Up. The arrows came from my book, which I'll get into. But Up specifically, like the name, first of all, that was the name of the track that the producer had, Everett. He already named it Up. And I was like, okay, I'm curious to know why it was named that. And so when I was writing the song, I was considering that. And so I started it with, where do I go from here? And the idea is like Up, you know? And so that's why it's an intro. It's intro to my album because, you know, from the intro, it's going up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the EP, I wanted it to be songs that I wouldn't necessarily consider myself making. It started out that way. It did not end that way, which is kind of cool, I think.
Making in terms of what?
What do you mean?
Well, you said these are songs you wouldn't like consider yourself making, so they're from like a genre that you wouldn't particularly put as like your full.
Not the genre, the topics.
The topics.
So like
because they're love songs, right?
Right. Well, I mean, the last two are. The first two are very sexual.
Yeah.
And I never saw myself making sexual music. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's literally like AM is a satire song. That song, it's a complete joke. Like it's meant to be, it was meant to be satire, like for like R&B that talks about sex.
So kind of like social commentary on the topic.
Yeah.
And just like, this is my version of this.
And so that's why it's asshole moves.
Okay.
Because it's asshole shit. And so
I'm gonna be completely honest. I did not make that connection. I thought AM meant like AM, AM PM. So like I'm gonna hit you in the AM, like.
Yeah. I mean it corresponds with that.
Okay.
And that's why it works. That's why it
Okay.
works so well. But then the clean version is PM. I changed asshole to Playboy. Yeah.
That too, like you as an artist, like definitely inspire me just because you have acapella versions of your songs. You have this like the speed up, like, and this is more for what, TikTok, or like
No,
what was the reason?
It's really just to re-promote my music, sort of, but also to have more versions and to have different options for people to listen to. Because people will be like, oh, you should speed it up or like slow it down. Like for example, like that. One person told me like their favorite one is the slow down version. Like he every time he listens, like I'd love this version.
Yeah.
And then someone else loved the sped up version. She's like, I exercise to it. So I'm like, that's really dope. And so that's really like one of the reasons.
Because I'm thinking to myself like about like syncing for like what's it called, shows, or you giving them more than the original song for them to use in whatever situation that they might need it for.
Exactly.
And I'm thinking that's fucking genius. I'm just like, oh yeah. So I'm just like kind of like gaining that from you in regards to my own stuff too. So yeah, I think it was a good move too.
For sure. Thank you.
Yeah. And as for the arrows, where did that come from?
So, it came from my book titled Wait, with W-A-I-T. And it's a poetry book. And I don't title my poems. And so I needed a way to organize them.
Right.
And so I did. I figured out the arrows, which was a way to like categorize them. And so Up is like more positive poems.
Elevation.
Right, yeah.
Elevation.
Right is like more forward thinking, like to the future and stuff like that. Down is like more depressing, more negative poems, like, sad feelings. And then the back arrow, which is like to the left, is like for like the past, and like memories and shit. But together, it's kind of like, it means like moving in all of the directions at the same time. Which is kind of like how my mind feels a lot. But then it's like, if you're moving in all directions at the same time, are you really moving at all? Yeah.
That's hard. Because if you never commit yourself to one direction, you're always going to be stuck in the same place, right? So is this album you realizing it? Or is it kind of more inspired in terms of taking parts of it, like whether it be the future, the past, in terms of when you're elevating down, like, and then writing those lyrics and just taking pieces of each?
Yeah, so it's hard to explain. I haven't really had to explain this before. So I decided to switch it to my music, like incorporate it into my brand. Um,
I think it's a great move, by the way, just
Thank
because
you.
Ed Sheeran, like, Ed Sheeran has his whole
Yeah, he has
mathematics, and I'm like, and then now he's doing the
Yeah.
whole play, pause, restart.
Right.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's kind of like that. So I figured I can incorporate it into my brand, and so I assigned each arrow to a song essentially. So you have Up, which is, yes, it's like not that positive quote unquote song, but it's starting from somewhere. And then you have Pyre, which is forward thinking, like it's like I'm looking forward, and that song has changed my life. And then you have the down arrow, which is feelings, which is like I'm in my feelings.
Yummy in my
Yeah.
feelings.
And so the EP is based on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid.
I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, that's great. So the EP, because you don't like naming your stuff, right?
No.
Right. Is there a reason behind that? Because you don't want to commit to like a
Yes.
single idea?
No. The EP is named that for two reasons. Number one, it's going to be the only EP that I do. I don't want to do, as an individual artist. Like as a solo artist, that's going to be my only EP because I want to do albums from here on out. Like I'll drop singles, but as far as like a project, it'll be albums. Second, it's because it's really good. It's the EP. Like this is a really good EP, and I really think everyone should listen to it.
Definitely.
It is very, very thought out, and I try to, looking from the outside looking in, it is constructed well. It is, it has the transition, it has only one of the songs has a bridge, but it's like, there's an element of music or elements of music that I enjoy in there. Yeah. And so I think it's a really good project. I think it's well thought out. Like the transitions, the way the songs go, it's really good.
How long did it take for you to produce this project?
About
how long was it in the works for?
I would say in the works. It was probably in the works for 6 to 8 months. But it took me because it was finished in July of last year, and then I didn't release until October.
What was the reason for the pause?
I was hoping to get the album cover done, and I wanted some visuals and stuff. But then I realized I'm just holding on to music that's really good, and I don't need to, and I can figure out all that stuff later. Like I can change the album artwork later.
Yep.
And so that's why the album artwork is what it is. It says no title here, no title here because there's not going to be a title on there. It's just going to be a photo, and you have the arrows.
Okay.
Yeah.
For I guess were you planning on making videos for the EP?
Yeah, I still need to drop a video for you.
Oh,
I already have that.
You have that ready, on go?
Yes, and that's been ready since July.
That's crazy.
I don't know why I haven't dropped it.
Is it the overthinking aspect? Because sometimes I have this too. So it's just like, do I need to add more? Is it too much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, do I need to, what else? Like, I'm trying to figure out how to make the video drop special and get it attention and make it, appealing to the audience.
And get as many eyes as you want. Because you definitely put in work, so you want to be validated for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always think it's crazy too. Like as individuals, like apart from the artist, we shouldn't need validation from anybody, right? But for us to be successful, we need validation, and it's
a paradox.
Yeah, like it's to separate yourself from that too, and you just get caught up in your own head, always seeking this approval from others based on your music, hoping that they like it, because that in terms translates to monetary gain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a hard balance to find because it's like I want that freedom to express myself and release my music when I want to, or release my ideas when I want to. But at the same time, it's like we also want to progress. You know what I mean? So it's tough.
Slow motion's better than no motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you released, so this is your first project ever. And when did you first start acknowledging that this is the path that you want to take?
As far as like my music,
Professionally, right?
Professionally, so after all that shit happened with band, and I was like, I'm gonna do music. I
guess I ask in regards because as like as a kid, right, when I was
Mm-hmm.
13, going on to like maybe 18, like I was just doing it for fun, right?
Yeah.
And then there was a certain point where I was like, this is viable,
Mm-hmm.
at least in this day and age. And I really only started doing this, like what's it called? Creating a podcast, doing this whole movement,
Mm-hmm.
and actually being in LA this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that, like for me, I had to make that change because prior I was just working kind of this normal career, and it wasn't enough, right? So I kind of made that shift. So I'm asking in terms of that for you.
I mean, years ago when I was like 19, 20, I had questions, because I knew I could sing, right? So I figured I could sing and I wanted to do it, but I needed to figure out why. And it happened when I was crying, and I was listening to a song, and I was like, "This song is really good, and it really sounds like my life, but it's not quite there. Like it's like 90% there."
What was the song?
"If I Die Young" by the band Perry, I think the name of the band is. Very good song. And so I was like, I need to make music. I need to make music that fits my life. That's 100% fits my life. I was like, this. Not only can I sing, and do I want to do this, and I'm inspired to do it by the artists that I look at, and like I see myself on stage, but I have a reason why. Like I need to make songs from my perspective. Yeah, and that was when I was like 20, 19, 20 years old.
1920. That's great. Because your story can be shared with others and hopefully help them, right?
Yes, that is the idea. Like, the idea is just like even if I can just make it a little bit better, just to make the path smoother for people like me that grew up in similar situations. Like, if I can make it any smoother, then that makes me happy.
I have a lyric kind of that relates to that, and what's the verse goes? So years of self-doubt bottle inside. When I open my mouth, when it comes out, hide these tears when I cry. Stay strong, pretend it's all good, because deep down inside, nobody's had a life like you. So to find advice about how to go about it. And I think as artists, having our stories out there, as you said, helps other people. While it may not be in the exact situations, just having general guidelines in that aspect, I think it's very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there other artists besides, Beyonce that you take to? Maybe not in the same genre, but.
Oh man, Ice Spice.
Ice Spice?
Oh my gosh. I've been a huge hip hop fan growing up, rap fan growing up, but I never really saw myself rapping because I just don't. I don't know. I just don't think I have the voice for a rapper. People tell me that I could, but that's another topic. Anyway, Ice Spice though, as far as like lyrically, I learned a lot from listening to Ice Spice's music. Like, the way that she writes, the way that she reuses her signature words and like phrasing, it's really what got me into like, it really triggered me to like write more and be able to write more freely. Because it's like I can just say things differently this time and still get, and yeah, I feel like that was a shocker for me as far as my songwriting goes. Anyone else? I like Panic at the Disco.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I like that. I like that too. Was it more of their older stuff or like newer?
More of the older stuff.
Yeah.
There's this one
back
song
when they were still a band.
One song specifically, 9 in the Afternoon, I think it's what it was.
Yeah.
The way, just the
orchestration,
the musicality, yes,
yeah,
it's just blew my mind, and when I first heard it, it was like my band days. And I was just like,
definitely,
this is incredible.
Trumpets, yeah,
and I was just like, this is. It made me feel like I can bring what I'm learning in band to pop music. You know what I mean? So yeah,
it's great. Let's see, other questions. I know you don't want to open up too much about the future album, right? Or is that on the table?
I mean, it's on the table. Yeah,
It's on the table? Okay, cool. Because I don't want to, like, it's, like, secret and shit. But, yeah, so these are the songs that you have out currently. And I'm wondering your vision for the album.
So, I'm not gonna tell you too much.
Okay.
But I can tell you a little bit.
Right. Features?
I mean, I already have one feature, Bronson Scott.
Okay.
He's amazing. So Pyre's gonna be on the album. I have ideas for other features. Haven't landed them yet. It's just right now I'm still kind of ironing out the vision for the album, like the track by track vision for the album. Given that I dropped the EP, because this album's been in the works since 2019, so it's like I have the idea and I know what I want to talk about, but the execution I'm still working on. I have like half the tracks. I still gotta get like 5 more tracks, like that. But as far as the concept, it's gonna be like actually moving forward, because you have like the book is Wait, and then the concept of the EP is like being, because it's the down arrow, which is the third arrow, and we're taking a break there, which is why Feelings and the EP are the same color. Because it's like we're taking a break in orange.
I noticed that too. I saw that they're really differently colored. Because the forward arrow, I think, is white. No.
So the up arrow is yellow, right arrow's red, down arrow's orange, and the left arrow is, I can't tell you that right now. Right now, it's.
When you start changing color shirts, I'm like, oh, this is the era that she's in. Damn.
Yeah, you'll know.
Yeah, I got you.
And that's also gonna be the color for the album, which I'm sure you could probably guess. Don't guess here. Like, you could guess later, but like not on the record.
No.
Yeah. So the last arrow is gonna be the same color as the album, and where was I going with this? Oh, so it's basically gonna be about like moving forward,
Right.
like slowly.
For the process of creating an album, you know how sometimes when you create a song, and you said you've been making this since 2019, are there songs that you've made that you look back on and be like, I could do better, and then rewrite it entirely? Or maybe even just toss it away and then create something that kind of replaces it?
Yes and no, because if I don't if I don't think a song's gonna work, I don't finish it. And that's actually a problem that I have. I need to fix that, because I need to be finishing songs.
Is that when your songs become poems?
What's up?
Is that when your songs become poems? Like, cause
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. So all the poems that you have, not in your book, but like just in general, maybe not all of them, right?
Before I was releasing before I knew I was gonna release that book, that's what happened. Like, that's where the idea came from. Most of the poems in my first book are songs that I didn't finish. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you're a fan of Malik, there you go. You can use those. Those are technically lyrics at one point.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go back and kind of do little, not edits, but more just what it was supposed to be, right? And just send them out.
I mean,
if that's what you're comfortable with, I don't know. Like, if you still have the beats for the lyrics.
Some of them I'm sure I can find them. Pyre was actually a song that was changed. Though I put the lyrics in my first book, the original ones, and I wrote it to a beat sitting in the car in front of my job before I was going into work, and I didn't own the beat or whatever, so it was like a beat online. So I just started writing to it. But then when I went to the studio to work on the song, I couldn't really think of anything at the time, so I was just going through what I already wrote, and I was like, oh my gosh, this fits. And so it fit in there, and then I started changing it to make it, I don't want to say better, but more positive, because it starts off kind of sad, and I was like, I didn't want my first song to be
I guess give the wrong impression.
Yeah, like I didn't want my song to be. I didn't want my first song to be depressing, and that's I feel like that's bad to say. Now that I'm saying it out loud.
No, I think because you don't want, I guess, people to kind of expect that sound from you, right?
Yeah.
I had this, or I guess I'm having this problem with Polaroid, right? So that's a rock song. I am not a rock artist, and like I appreciate the art form and stuff like that, but honestly, when I released it, I'm like, fuck. After it happened, because now maybe people might want more songs like that, and I don't mind making it, but it's not the main thing that I'm creating. So it's just more like here bits and pieces in there that I'll kind of release, because I'm an artist, yes, but like I think primarily like a hip hop artist too. Yeah, and I still have yet to release a song in that genre, which I hope to do soon. But yeah, so I can see the problem that you might have had, or that's why you rewrote it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but you know what's interesting about that is Up is actually ended up being. I ended up dropping Up because I was like, I need to not be afraid to make that kind of music. And so when I wrote it, I mean, I heard the beat and I knew, I knew it was a sadder song and stuff. But as far as releasing it, I wasn't necessarily going to do that as a single. Like it was going to be just on the album, But then I thought about it, and I was like, first of all, I'm just sitting on music. But then secondly, I was like, this is the sound that I want. And so it's like I can sit up here and fight it and try to always turn my tongue as positive, and, but I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to just do it.
Does a part of you feel like you kind of have to conform your sound?
I did. I still, now don't necessarily feel that way, but now it's more so like I don't necessarily know what sound how am I trying to say this?
You're saying because you're trying to conform to art, like you're still trying to find what you might sound like, or what they go to you for specifically, right? Yeah.
So it's like, so the songs on the EP, that at least, AM and You, those songs are great. And I really liked writing them and stuff like that. But that's not the type of...
Did you grow up in church, by the way?
I did.
Because Up really gives me, the choir and background. Yeah. So
that was, all that was intentional. Okay. I wanted all that to be there.
Right. Yeah. Do you have any struggles with religion?
Not necessarily. At this point, I have my own beliefs. Like I have my own relationship with God, and I think everyone should. Because other people try to push their beliefs on you and their interpretation of the Bible on you.
Did you face that?
And it's like I'd rather just. It's better to have your own relationship with God,
And for family, are you close to family?
Yeah.
Not so much. I feel that.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Me and my sister are close.
Is she a big supporter of your music?
Yeah.
Or like, is it in my aspect where they don't really know about it, but they know that you're doing it?
Yeah, and I don't know what song. I don't know. We don't talk about like which the song specifically or my lyrics or anything. But she, I tell her that I'm performing and stuff like that, and she's supportive. So I just don't know if she listens to my music.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Because, like this is kind of like the double life type thing. I kind of like it, and they don't really know that you might be out here in these events, really like doing it up. And I think for the long term, or like maybe one day just bust out and then just be like, yo, I'm at the Forum. And then they're like, what the fuck? Like, we thought you were just like hitting up open mics, but I think that's the goal.
Yeah.
Just pop out. Because for me, I feel like strangers are definitely going to be more of a bigger supporter than your family or friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's at least I expect it now,
Yeah.
Because I understand it. Because it's like just because they are close to you doesn't mean that they listen to the music you make, and so it's fine.
Yeah, it's good that you kind of like already confronted that, because I did have that issue with just wanting people within that circle, but then I realized like they're gonna be doing their own thing. I gotta find people that are like-minded and expand myself to that branch.
Yep.
because I think I had this conversation with another person that I had a podcast with, but they're only gonna know you for the identity that they've grown up with, right? They don't understand like this kind of like evolving thing. So when people meet you where you are, they're gonna, like, I met you as an artist. I see an artist, right? But you know, maybe other people might see you as just Malik.
Yeah.
Is Malik your?
No, Kamel.
Whoa, crazy.
Yeah, my name's Kamel. Kemuel. I changed the letters around.
Bro's a fucking genius. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. So I can tell you the story of that. I formed a group in college.
Okay.
And one of my bandmates last friend, his artist name was King Nico. And at the time, my artist name was going to be King Eddie. My last name was Edmund, so it was going to be King Eddie. It was very cheesy, I know, but I was just trying to figure it out. So,
you know, you got to go through the preliminary.
Yeah, you know. So I was rocking with that for a little minute.
Like my first shit was 0.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was fucking whack.
Oh my god.
No. Actually, no. I think I changed it because I think I found another person, a rapper that his name was 0, and he's an OG. So I was like, I'm not gonna take 0.
Gotcha. So yeah, we both were, and so we were like, one of us has to change our names. And I wasn't going to, but I was like, I'm not really stuck with King Eddie. So then I just looked up King in other languages. And so King in Hebrew is Malik, spelled Melek. And I was like, that's only missing one letter from my real name, which is a U. And so I just, reworked it and added the U in there. Yeah, that's how you get Muleke.
King, royalty shit.
Yeah.
That's fire. I fuck with like artists too, just because they can kind of create this concept and definitely apply like things from their real life and like just so creative, and like, yeah. And when I talk to them about like stuff that's close and personal to them, they have a whole interpretation, meaning, and not maybe some stuff is just resorted or closer to them. They won't ever talk about it. It's more for them, right? But yeah, I definitely appreciate that. Do you have any questions for me? I don't know if you. How do you feel about like the open mics, the events that you've been going to?
I mean, it's been cool.
Yeah.
I like performing. I really like the fact that I gotten into performing and what I've learned from performing, because performing is much different than just singing at home or just singing in the studio. Breath
control is one thing I saw.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh shit. When you're like kind of walking around, even dancing or like, you have to keep in mind, you can't run out of breath, or
or you have to have enough breath for this one part, so you have to like reserve yourself, and
even stage presence.
Going from song to song, like, okay, I can sing this song, but I'm singing this as the last song, so it's much different, things like that.
Do you look back at videos of yourself and see the improvement?
Oh yeah. I look back and sometimes I laugh at my reactions and things like in the moment.
I remember being so stiff. And I'm just like, But, it's trial and error. You can figure it out and get more comfortable performing your own music. And understand that everybody, at least at these events, is an artist themselves. So I don't think they're going to be as judgy. So you're free to kind of do your own thing.
Yeah. I was going to ask, like, what made you want to do Free Flow? What was this?
Oh, Free Flow? For me, Free Flow was more... So there's at least for me, my my vision with it was to bring artists to... Because I'm usually out and about trying to meet other people. And I wanted to bring this cohesive people that I personally mess with together, because I feel we need more communities and just interlocking, because sometimes it could be really... feel kind of lonely at times, right? And for Free Flow, I wanted to bring more visibility, because let's say for whatever my fan base might be.
Oh, popular.
I know. Not bad. What's it called? So visibility. So let's say I have my people that I've messed with, the people that you mess with. We work together, and we're kind of like sharing in a way. Yeah. Like some people that might have not been exposed to whatever you are creating if we never connected. So kind of like a branching out, in that aspect. So let's say I hop on a song with you, and then, or let's say some other person hops on a song with me. It's just more kind of like combining fan bases to this one thing, right? Rather than kind of doing it alone, right? Like, are you familiar with like groups like ASAP, Odd Future? Those,
Yes.
yeah. So while they kind of grew, what's it called, came up together. I want like a different version of that. Just more have a general home base, and the goal for me at least is to have a studio that kind of has an open door policy, and people can kind of just walk in and out while I'm just there. That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could just all work there. And then free flow podcast, a water break, kind of get the story behind y'all. Because sometimes you're not able to give everything you want to just within a song. And so this is kind of the platform for you to open up about that.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to ask you about your artistry.
My artistry?
Yeah. What inspired? Like, how do you when you write or like when you make music? How do you do it? Like, what is your concept? Like,
So
how do you
does that have to be inspired?
first?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
music first, like, or do you need a track? Like,
Usually how it comes about is I hear a melody, like a beat, and then usually whatever situation I'm kind of going through, or even I kind of grab from the past too to kind of write some stuff, or even having these conversations with people. I can sometimes use their stories and implement that within my writing from a different perspective. I've done that before with some homegirls that I've had where they've gone through a situation. I'm writing from a woman's perspective. For instance, like that song that I have, I Need You to Shut the Fuck Up. That's from a woman's perspective. And she's talking to me to shut the fuck up. Because I be talking too much. And I realized, like, maybe I should be quiet sometimes because she needs some space. So, like, and then I think the bridge is, if you, we don't need false promises. I just need your honesty. That if you love me like you say you do, you'll leave me alone when I'm not in the right mood or something. Yeah, that's the lyric, I think. But yeah, so she's talking to me. It's not some misogynist. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. So there's that.
oh man, that's
And
crazy.
honestly, I was a little scared just because maybe some person might be like, "Why is he telling her to shut the fuck up?"
Yeah, like, I mean, honestly, when I heard, I was just like, I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
because it's definitely something relatable, but
yeah.
like for me, I was just like, I'm kind of in the clear just because I know for me what my intention was that it's coming from her.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What's funny about that track too is I usually when I'm driving, I run through instrumentals. So run through instrumentals. If something catches my ear, I start doing the melody, and if I think it's solid, it's terrible, but. In stop and go traffic in LA, I wrote that on the freeway. So, and by the time I got home, I laid it down. So, yeah, there you go.
For sure. Yeah. So, like, you write songs pretty quickly, I'm assuming.
I'd say so, and sometimes I go like refresh them because you see me like freestyle, so I'm kind of able to kind of get like structure, flow as fast down, and sometimes I do like taking my time, but other times like if I think the song is going to be more of like a single, then I'm more based off feeling rather than fucking double entendres that are,
Gotcha.
For you, how do you write?
I tend to.
Do you write it like a poem first, or do you write?
I tend to write to a track.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hear the track and then I'll like think about how it makes me feel, and then I'll go from there. Sometimes though I will come like with Pyre and then Set It Again. Actually, I started writing that.
Set It Again.
Yeah.
That one.
That song.
Yeah, because sometimes you really want to. Is this about a person? Okay, so for me, my interpretation, or at least like the way I took it, was that you know that this might not lead anywhere, but then they kind of say things, and it just kind of makes you want to stay just because it feels so good when they say those things, even though you know what the outcome already is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's been your relationship with love?
Gosh. I'm in a relationship in over a decade at this point.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel that.
I just don't think dating's for me. first of all, I fall really hard. I feel like I would love too hard, and I learned that with the person that I wrote that song about. But at the same time, it's like I don't know what I'm doing. So I try to just avoid it at all costs at this point.
You think that's I don't think anybody's unlovable, right? I think there's definitely a time and place. And for me personally, I've tried to avoid love because I know that I fall hard too. So, and I get distracted. Sometimes I put other people's like priorities over myself. So rather, I know that this is the main thing. So until I feel like I'm in a place where I can pursue it, then I won't. I don't know if you might feel similar. If you feel like you get distracted by love, you know that sometimes it doesn't put you in the best mental state either.
Yeah, and I feel like it definitely, if it doesn't completely throw me off of track, it definitely slows me down. And like I feel more when I'm not distracted by liking someone, I get more things done. Like as far as my music career.
Yeah.
But when I'm like thinking about someone, I'm hanging out with someone else, you spend a lot of time with them, you know, or you talk to them a lot, and it's like it's very, it's time consuming being with someone. And so I'm like, I'd rather just, at least at this point in my life, I'd rather just establish myself before I even think about being with someone.
Right. And I think we're on the same page about that. Just because I'm 23, so I see people in relationships, and obviously I'm like, oh man, that looks nice. Yeah. That looks nice, but I also see like the other side of it too, because where you feel like they now have to build together now, and for me, low key compromise doesn't sound that good.
Exactly.
I'm just like, let me first build this shit until I get it to a place where like, okay, I don't gotta compromise. This is already established, and now we can kind of see what we both built. Maybe because I think for me, a partner, what I want someone to kind of establish themselves, have their own like thing, and then kind of meet each other.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like that makes a lot more sense. But love is a very strong feeling, and it feels good at times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't, with as much as I don't want to be with someone, I also can't help liking people.
Yeah.
And so that's been problematic. My therapist has been trying to get me to date, and I'm just like, girl, I'm not trying to date.
Yeah. I feel that.
I can't help it. I can't help that I like people. So it's kind of like
was it like the Taylor song, Darlene, I can't help I'm falling in love?
Yeah.
Like,
it sucks.
I'm not saying I'm a hoe, but like, hoe tendencies.
But just to add to the conversation on that, the EP is really I see it as like a love story, kind of, but it never talks about actually being with a person. So the first song is like you meet someone in the club, and like you wanna fuck, and then the second song is really about from the perspective of like someone that you're regularly seeing. And then with Said It Again, it really flips to the other side of that, which is like you've already been seeing this person and you don't feel like y'all are connected. And then it ends with, I'm missing them. So throughout the whole EP, you don't actually have the person.
And then Endless?
Yeah, Endless is the song where like you're missing them.
Okay.
Like and so it thinking about it, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
No, I don't think so. Because at least you're like acknowledging that you at least want this path for yourself. Because this definitely requires sacrifice in terms of time, maybe even having like some social relationships and stuff. But I feel for the overall goal, it's kind of required. Like I listen to a lot of interviews, and from at least what I'm able to see, like people have sacrificed parts of their life that maybe normal people might have, like that balance. But I don't see any average person, like the books at least that I read. Nope, I don't think people made it far within, I guess, this industry by trying to be an all-around person. They fully committed into one direction. And that required, whether it be sacrifice, love, family. Maybe you could totally revisit that once the goal, whatever you have that in mind, has been achieved. But yeah, I think for me, and maybe for you too, you feel that. Because you're still young.
I mean, I'm 31.
You don't feel like that? That's 20s now. That's them 20s.
I mean, I guess that's true.
Hey, subtract 2 because of COVID. I feel like 2 years of my life was taken away, so I'd be 21. I'm technically 21. I'm actually gonna be 24 on Halloween.
It's crazy because I don't really. Oh, your birthday's coming.
Yeah.
What do you do for your birthday?
Nothing. I'm working.
Uh,
I don't celebrate my birthday like that. Yeah. The devil's birthday. But you were gonna say?
I forgot. What were we just talking about?
Oh, we were talking about love.
Uh-huh.
And then we got into... Damn, hold on.
What did you just say? What were you just saying?
Oh, we're talking about age. There you go. And
I don't feel 31.
You don't feel 31?
No, I still feel like I've been in my 20s. Like,
yeah.
It really doesn't feel different.
So that's what I'm saying. Eventually you meet somebody and they're kind of the same place as you. Because I feel like this also, like, this mentally ages you too. There's a part of me, though, that is scared that because I don't have much experience in a relationship, the time that or at least when I get into one, I'm going to be very immature.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like fucking, jealousy problems, overprotectiveness, shit like that. So I don't know how to learn that outside of one, so we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
When time comes.
Yeah, I feel like I just be weird. Like, I'd probably stare at them a lot. And I just, like, I don't know. Like, I would talk to them about, like, anything.
Was that, like, puppy love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be like that all the time for me.
That's fair. But, yeah, I don't think you should, like, totally give up, like you said, right? No, like, it's not for you. I think it's everybody eventually finds their person.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? I think scientifically, you've probably already met them. I think that's what they said. By the time you're like 25, someone like comes out the woodwork and be like, I loved you always. So, yeah.
Oh man, we'll see.
Keep up hope, man. Be hopeful as fuck.
I mean,
leave the door open for that.
We'll see. I'm also. I have other reasons that I don't date that I'd rather not get into, but yeah, I mean, I try to.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely try to.
That's good. I wanted to ask kind of about your songs too. When you're writing, like, you're okay being like overly explicit? Because you said you grew up in church, so like how is it making secular music?
I think I view, first of all, as far as language, I view language as just that. It's just words. Mm-hmm. So the idea of curse words, it's just weird. Like, it's just this, we chose those words.
Yeah.
Those words. And then secondly, even though I do talk explicitly, I try to keep it consensual and appropriate as far as, like, name calling and, like, things like that, which is the idea of AM, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, in the second verse of AM, it's about consent. Like, it's about, like, yeah, I'm coming on to you, but I need your permission, or I have your permission to do so. So yeah, that's kind of how I do it. Okay.
Because I want to be careful, because I try not to use curse words. I don't want to rely on them. As, like, a rapper, like, I don't want to just have fully, like, fuck, bitch. And just, I want to be more, like, intelligent with how I frame stuff and not use it as filler words, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you might, like, feel something similar. Because sometimes maybe the only word to kind of explain, explain something is using that word. And maybe it has, like, a stronger impact compared to a different one.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and I get, you know, cuss words are essentially filler words, right? There's, like, they say that it's like when you don't have other words to say. I get that concept. But at the same time, I cuss, you know? And so it's like, it would be, like, I don't want to limit myself to not using cuss words when I cuss on a regular basis.
If it feels right,
just
throw it in there.
You know what I mean? And I mean, it could be evocative. So
it gets the people going.
Yeah.
Kanye West. Wait, no. What movie is that? That's
I actually don't know.
That's with what's his name? The guy who's the elf. Will Ferrell.
Oh.
In the skating. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm not a movie person like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You don't watch movies?
I mean, I watch
TV
movies.
shows.
I watch movies and TV shows, but I'm not big on like actors' names and things like that, or like older shit. Like
favorite movie?
My favorite movie ever? Probably Stump the Yard.
The dancing one?
Yeah.
Wait, is that the one with Chris Brown?
Yeah.
What, bro, he died. He died so quick in that movie.
Yeah, he did.
I think I saw that movie when I was really young.
Yeah,
and all I remember is like the glove. He like used his brother's glove when he did the fucking handstand. I was like, oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That movie was very inspirational to me.
For what reason?
Just seeing him go through what he went through and feeling like he couldn't be anything. And then he went to school, and then he started to feel like he could be something. But then he really didn't still. But then eventually he actually did. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was a beautiful story, a beautiful way to...
If you can remind me, kind of, so he was in the streets dancing, and then he eventually entered college, and he joined like this, the fraternity, right?
Yeah.
And then he went back to the streets where he...
No, he got, because he was in school, and I guess they didn't know his record about what happened with when his brother was killed, and so the other guy from the other team or from the other fraternity told the dean, like he showed the dean, and so basically they reviewed his
application.
Yeah, I think he got like a scholarship or something, so they reviewed it, and then they ended up revoking it, getting him out of school, but
some bitch shit.
The dean's daughter was dating him.
Yeah.
And so she was pissed, and so she went and talked to him, and like, I'm telling you the end of the movie, but she ended up talking to him, and like, he got back to school like right in time.
This movie's been out for like 20 years. So. Yeah.
But yeah, very, very. I really like that movie. I like to dance secretly.
What do you mean secretly? You perform.
Yeah, I was like, not so secretly. But I really like to dance, and so yeah, that's another reason why I really like that movie. You
didn't like what's it called? Step? Is it Step It Up?
Yes, Step. Is it?
I don't remember what it's called. I think Step Up. Yeah.
No. Oh, I did. I liked the first one, but then it just after the first one, it kind of just got weird.
I got you. Yeah, that's cool though. I would expect more like, well, not action movie. Yeah, Stop the Yard. Like for me, my shit is Nightmare Before Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Why?
I mean, I would not have expected that.
A stop motion film. I just like Jack's journey, where like he doesn't feel. What's it called? He's been doing this for so long, right? He eventually gets curious about Christmas, right?
Yeah.
And he's just like, what am I doing here? And then goes like tries to find what our happiness is in a different, and then he just comes back around. He's like, you know what? This is my place home. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, oh, cool.
I found it interesting how he was giving them gifts because he was really trying to.
He was trying. You're talking about the Halloween gifts? They're just fucking bullshit. Fucking like killing kids and shit.
Yeah, scaring the kids. I thought that was hilarious.
He's trying.
But I was like, he was genuinely trying to like give them real presents. They were terrible presents.
I think too. I think it tells the story of just finding your way back home. Because sometimes when you stay stuck in the same place, you might see where the grass is greener on the other side, right? Yeah. That whole thing. But then it takes you to do that, just to realize like this is where I'm meant to be all along. Yeah. Yeah. And also the score is amazing.
Oh man, what?
Yeah.
When we played the score, well, we played like a medley of it in high school.
Yeah, that's cool.
A Christmas concert, very good music. Yeah.
I want to find my Sally. Someone just kind of like a stalker that
A stalker?
Well, technically that's what she was doing. Like she was just.
You want a stalker?
No, okay. I'm probably gonna get some, but I'm just saying Sally was a stalker that would just kind of observe Jack while he was like doing his little mission.
Yeah.
And kind of help him out. Yeah. I'm not saying I want to stalker him. Like a non-aggressive.
No, I get you. You want someone that's into you that much.
Exactly.
I get that.
You got to be a little crazy. just a little psycho.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah,
it's interesting. I wouldn't expect you to choose that one though.
I think it's really cool just for its time too. Just stop motion film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like the whole behind the scenes artistically and just like Yeah, like the stylistically too, the aesthetic. I love the dark. It's Halloween, my birthday. Yeah, so I was like, it's fire.
I was like, that also is fitting.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had went to see a live playing of it where they like did it like an orchestra for the music. It was super dope.
I think they do it at the Greek theater. No, it's like the amphitheater, right?
It was no, I think the one I went to was at the Intuit Dome. Yeah.
Possibly see that. Yeah.
It was super dope. It was a couple years ago. I don't know if it's still done.
I want to do a whole like Halloween type album.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, I know. Just like something like kind of spooky and yeah, drop it on my birthday.
Not too late.
I know. It's not too late. And just man, being able, because I would love to be able to sample that album or like that score, but fucking Disney.
Oh yeah. Good luck with that.
I know. I'm like, oh, he's a hip hop artist. No, fuck that.
Oh man.
But I think for now, because you said Marquise, great producer, by the way. Do you usually work with him?
Yeah. He produced the latest song that I actually wrote for a movie. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
How
How did that like come about? Like, I was gonna ask about like whole book deal. Like, how's that process too? But
so for the movie, we'll get into that first. I was on Threads one day, and someone I think I don't remember his actual I don't remember the verbatim the post, but it was just posting I need singers for a movie or for a film about mental health. And I was like, oh, I'll submit for it. I wasn't betting on it, but I was like, I'll submit for it. So I sent the email explaining everything. And how I thought I was a good fit for it and everything. And so he responded, and he was like, he heard my music, and he thought that I would be a good fit. And he sent me a link to a microfilm version of it that he already made, and he sent me the script. And he gave me some time to do it. And yeah, I was very nervous about doing it because it was my first job and I was getting paid for it. And I was just like, that was my biggest concern, honestly, is my biggest fear was just the fact of like, I have a time frame and I got paid for this. So it's like, I have to,
you have to literally produce.
Yeah. Like I gotta do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, at first I was very concerned about being able to do it, but I knew this was something that I wanted to do, especially after seeing the film. And then reading the script, I was like, this is
something you can actually relate to and actually have experience about writing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I watched. He sent me the reference track, and the reference track was from a movie. So I watched the movie, which was Jason's Lyric. Have you seen the movie? Really good movie. I cried twice. I cry with movies, but that was the first time I cried twice in a movie. Insane. That was a really really good movie. And so, I did my research on that movie and then on the song as well. And went from there. And then I had a few issues. I had to find a new producer to produce the song, which I got Marquise to do it. Because at first I was going to do a blues song. So I was trying to get a guitarist to produce it. Because he was the first producer that he's also a guitarist. So I was like, I want you to do this for me. And we already talked about working together. But he couldn't do it. No hard feelings. So then I talked to the producer of the movie, and I was like, I'm having trouble getting a blues song done. He was like, it doesn't have to be blues. He was like, just make it a song that anything that you do it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. So I was like, all right. So I hit up Marquise. Marquise did it for me. It was really the first loop that he played for me. Was that track, and I just went with it. And then he was playing with some other stuff. I was like, nah, I really like the first one.
I think it's great that you guys are like just coming up together too. I see that you both support each other.
And that's been really fun. Like he helps me write, I help him write. Yeah, it's been dope. And so I sent the track to once I finished it, which Obi mixed it for me. And once I finished it, sent it to the guy, and he was ecstatic about it. Like I was not expecting that reaction. I was nervous. I was like, what if he doesn't like it? Like what if it's too short, or what if it's not interesting enough? He loved it.
When's it gonna come out if you do?
I don't know.
Damn, that's crazy. I always feel that about like being an artist. Like sometimes you're gonna like get paid for tracks, right? But you have no idea when shit's gonna release, and it's kind of just in limbo. Sometimes things are held on for years until it actually comes out.
It will be released in the next year. I do know that.
Okay.
But I'm trying. I don't know if which I guess I need to find out if it's okay if I release the song like
separately
before the movie. Yeah. But I would
kind of
like to
determine like it's probably like the whatever the contract was, right?
Yeah. So
if you give him full masters, I'm like, oh.
So I still own the song.
Okay.
So it's basically a lease agreement. Like I make the song, I lease the song out to them.
Sync
and
license.
so I do want to. What'd you say?
Sync licensing.
Yeah. And so I do want to. My idea is I want to release it like right before the movie drops, or like when the movie's dropping. So that's really why I haven't released it. I don't even know if I'm able to, or quote unquote. I'm pretty sure I am, but I wanna release it when the movie drops.
Definitely. Get eyes on them, get eyes on you, and then just like a bigger audience heading to your music. I think it would be a great idea is to drop your album before the movie comes out.
That means I have to finish the album.
I know. But I'm just saying, in terms of like however well this movie does, eyes on you, and just like another opportunity in that aspect.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about dropping the album right after. That'd be cool too.
Oh, that too. Yeah, because then you just use the song as a single, and then drop the album. That's what's up.
I was actually thinking about doing that too. I was thinking about having it on my album. I think it would fit really well, actually.
All these marketing techniques and just like ideas. I'll be getting them at work. I'm just trying to get it off, but that's great, man. I'm really like proud of like the opportunities that you're gonna get, and then just continue to get.
Thank you. And what was interesting about that is I actually got it based off of Pyre, my first single from 2019. Yes. In the email that he sent back to me, he was like, "I really like your storytelling and your music, especially in Pyre." I was like, "What?" And that really gassed me up, because I was like, all this time, like I was concerned about, if I'm a good songwriter, and of course, I was able to eventually sell my stuff that I'm really good, especially like with the EP. I was like, I'm really good.
It's more just being like insecure of like older work because you weren't at the level. I think that too is we can totally benefit off our older work because it might hit with somebody. So word to any artist out there, any person who creates, release it, let it go, because it's still in circulation. Yes. It can find where it needs to go, and contribute to now. Yep,
and it definitely did. And so I'm very proud of that song. I'm very proud of myself, and it really validated my songwriting in a way that it hadn't been before. Because it's like I released that song so many years ago, and I've progressed, personally, but to know that my songwriting was good enough then just really helps me.
You just need the exposure now, and then you're taking off, dude. Like the EP solid. I expect the album to be solid as well.
Thank you.
And overall future bright as hell.
Appreciate that.
I expect the future with Beyonce.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I cannot wait to sing with her. It's gonna be incredible.
You're gonna manifest it. Speak it into the universe.
Period.
But that was the end of the podcast, and I just want to say thank you for tuning in, guys. And this has been Renee, and this has been my guest,
Malik. Thank you for having me.
No worries. Bye.
Let it go away.
It gives me no pain.